Hi, welcome to our reading for December 19th, 2016, Monday. Remember, it's a general reading. See what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, and praying about. We're all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing at the same time, at the same pace. So see what feels right for you. It could be one sign, and that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest, greatest good of everybody. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you, how you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave, preparing for that wave, crashing into the wave, riding the wave, or ignoring the wave? Also, feel free to make this an interactive video if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have some time, try to check out the music, the playlist below. See if there's a connection in the music, in the videos, in the lyrics for you that make a deeper connection to this reading today, or just enjoy the tunes. Thank you for joining me. I know this reading is slightly belated, and Manana's video will be here back to my normal-ish time, so I appreciate your patience. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in a moment for the reading. Hi, welcome to our reading for Monday, the 19th of December, 2016. We're going to start with the Life Purpose Oracle cards. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. Let's get clarity and focus on the energies coming through Monday the 19th and wisdom to ride these energies best for all of us. Let's start with one card for the day. Music. Oh, that's a nice one. So, music, vibration, sound, your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. I want to say for the planet, for the universe, says. It's healing. It's fleeting. It's a moment. It's an experience. It's being in the now when you're playing music. Even when you're hearing it, when you resonate with a song, you can take it into a memory exactly where you were when you heard that song first, or when that song became meaningful at that moment, or it's just feeling that meaning in the moment you're in. Music, it's almost even like a sport. It's just you're in the now. It's not before, it's not after. It's tapping into that ether of inspiration, of love, of vibration, having it move through your body at the exact same time that it's also coming out. It's like all happening at once, and you can't explain it. You just have to be in it. So music is coming through as super important today. Whether you're playing music, listening to music, connecting to music, talking about music, focusing on music, finding answers through music, healing with those vibrations of music. Your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. This makes me want to tell you about a quote that I have in my painting that's on the wall. And on the side, it says, "He who masters vibration has grasped the scepter of life." I have no idea where I got that quote, but I liked it enough to put it in my painting. So, he who masters vibration has grasped the scepter of life. So that sounds pretty good. That's a lot of power. That's a lot of control. That's a lot of harmony. It's like conducting the orchestra of your life. You're a part of it. You're in it and you're a part of it. And you're like in the driver's seat of your, I'm getting your orchestra, your music. You know, everything that you're connected to makes a different song, makes a different conversation, has a different energy, a different tone. Even if you play one song one day, and then I'm getting somebody like, say you went through something else, you can play and have that sound, that energy received in a totally different way, saying the same words, depending on how you say it. The inflection, you know, the vibration, the key, whether it's minor or major, you know, it makes me think of like having a capo. You know, if you take something up like a whole step, it sounds, I feel like, normal. I feel like when you do it on the off, when you make something minor, it almost changes the whole sound of a song. Maybe that's important. I've definitely heard songs that I know are in a major key and somebody does a cover in, maybe just to have it be more in their range, but taking it like to a minor key instead, and it changes the whole sound. Or perhaps it's doing a song on the harmony instead of the melody, and seeing how the whole song can change when you focus on the harmony and make that the melody instead of the reverse. I hope that made sense. What I just said, I'm not quite sure. You might have to go back on that one. But like, you're like changing something around, doing something a different way, bringing something new into the mix, discovering words in a song you never heard before. Sometimes it takes a different singer to do a song that you hear, to hear the lyrics. You know, that just made me think of it made me think of Rocket Man by Jason Mraz. And it's funny, they're both Elton John songs. And his version of that song made me recognize the song, what was being said. And I think of Haley Reinhardt's version of Bennie and the Jets. So I guess we're getting two covers of Elton John songs. But that's when I heard the lyrics, or, you know, paid attention. So maybe it's hearing something a different way, through a different voice, a different sound, a different tone, a different key. Maybe not the usual one. Maybe, wow, I'm getting covers. I just thought of No Diggity, but the Chet Faker cover for No Diggity. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. So music's coming on through here, guys. It also makes me think of a few other songs. I think of like hearing somebody that you don't recognize as being themselves if they do it. Like Sia, by the way, maybe I'll put something by her, has done so much. I mean, I think of like 07, or like even some of her older stuff, but she collaborates a lot and she has such a special tone to her voice that you don't, like, she goes with different styles so well. She's always herself in many different styles, and she can collaborate, and sometimes you don't even know it's her. That also makes me think of a song like Bush, Letting the Cables, wow, a lot of music's coming through. Bush, Letting the Cables Sleep. The first time I heard that, I didn't realize it was Gavin Rossdale from Bush. I'll try to put the Cafe Del Mar version below. And it also makes me think of Angels by Wax Poetic, which I didn't realize at first was Norah Jones until I heard it again or looked it up or recognized it. And then it realized that her, in a totally different style, putting her color, her flavor on that really works, even though it wasn't her norm, you know? So maybe it's putting your color on maybe a different style or something like that. Or you're finding it through a new color. You're all of a sudden having something you've heard a million times being colored in. It was like you saw it in a coloring book and it was just empty. And all of a sudden it makes sense and it's filled in. That's what I'm getting with the music card. So let's go to the Thelema Tarot and get another card for Monday, the 19th of December. Clarity on music and your connection to music as healing for yourself and others. I'm so thankful to have a place that I can share these playlists with you guys. I am so thankful that you guys like the music. Thank you so much for just, you know, reaching out, telling me you enjoy the songs, clicking on the links, finding your own connections in the lyrics. I find my most personal connections with the readings generally come in the music below. So, and I just like to share good music. I feel like music is healing. You know, you can be in a foul mood, put on a good song, and you're out of that mood. You can get other people out of a foul mood really quick with music. You can put people into a foul mood with music. You know, it can go both ways. You know, you can hear something with like an off vibration. It doesn't even have to be bad or whatever. It could just be off to your particular vibration, perhaps at the moment. And it just like, you just can't do it. Like I'm super, super sensitive to music. I just am. So sometimes if it's off, I look like I'm like, you know, putting down my foot in that situation, but sometimes it's just, I can't energetically take it. You know, it's not really a personal thing. It's a personal thing. So you just have to do what you have to do. Perhaps if there's weird energy, just move out of that situation and throw on the classical music if you have to. You know, go make your environment harmonize however you need to, you know. I also see like you working with different energies. So sometimes you can find gems in music that isn't the typical that you may like, but maybe there's something you can bring, like more harmony or more lyrics or less lyrics or more classical or more jazz or more blues or more something in a different style you didn't normally go along with. And that's creating a new musical score for you. So you can, like, I'm getting merging different types of music together. Or maybe you and somebody else are talking. Maybe somebody likes country, somebody else likes hip hop. There's a way to make that work, or to introduce the other two, you know, you know, you never heard this song, you know, but it has the same energy as the other style of music. It's just a different way of expressing it, a different beat, a different something. And maybe there's like I feel like an appreciation gained, maybe with something that you didn't open up to or weren't exposed to before. There's so much out there. It's just, you know, music is like constant art, constant temperance, timing, merging of energies, bringing history back, changing something for the future, making it work. But, you know, I'm getting like blending of energies, maybe different generations or genres together somehow. Maybe allowing everyone to add something. Maybe if you're like, I'm getting like a playlist for the car or for a road trip. Maybe there's a way to put a playlist together on your iPod or your phone or something, so everybody gets some songs that they like for the car music, or for relaxing music, or for we're gonna study now music, so that, you know, you can merge those energies together so everyone feels like they're a part, you know, like they're being heard and their music is there. So maybe it's by theme. So, okay, everybody gets whatever they want, but this one has to be about love, or this has to be calming, like energy for us to study to, or this one has to get us out, get us up, get us dancing, get us happy, so we clean this place up and get out of the house, or get this job done. So what's your most favorite energetic thing? What's yours? What's yours? And you put it all together and then just go with it. I'm getting that. So maybe making your own playlists too, you know, opening up to the likes and dislikes of others. You know, if there's something somebody just really doesn't go with, don't force it on them. There's probably something out there that's similar to what you were going to show them, but maybe a little bit more along their style. You know, maybe some people just don't resonate with something. You can't blame them for it. We all have different tastes, different styles, different moods. Sometimes this is what we're into, and then later, you know, it looks like bubblegum to us and we've become more distinguished. And sometimes we want to throw that away and go back to the bubblegum. You know, it's all working with energy. And I feel like when you're in tune with yourself, you can feel what is harmony to you, what makes you feel like you're glowing, you know, the songs and the vibrations, even the loving words. It's sometimes you can say something and it can be like a little sarcastic or a little whatever, but you sing it in a loving way and it's endearing. So it's not really what's said. Sometimes it's how it's said. It makes me think of, I just think of Pink, but I'm not getting a song in particular, but I know she has quite a few songs that are, like either happy in the beat, but dark in the like dark in the emotions, like deep in the emotions, or the other way around, like, deep in the emotions and the beat, whatever, but kind of sounds happy in the lyrics, like something different. I'll try to find something with that. That's what I'm getting, like being able to express something happy. Happy is an example. I feel like Happy by PHARRELL, it's sort of a minor kind of, it's not like the happiest key, I guess, or I don't feel like it is, but the words are happy and the message is happy. So it's sort of like, I don't know, like a little bit of friction there that makes you like be pulled one way energy and another way with the words. So maybe it's something like that. Maybe there's a way to have a message delivered by a different means of energy. And that was 13 minutes on one video, or 13 minutes, 45 seconds on one card of music. So let's get another card. And that's the Ace of Pentacles. That's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card for the beginning of the week. That's your opportunity. Maybe it's just a message through music. It could be a simple conversation through music. You could be standing next to somebody in line, in the bank, you know, waiting for pizza anywhere, and there's a song on the radio that comes through, or in the shopping center, you know, and you're like, oh, I remember the song, and you start a conversation with somebody in the store, the person that works there, your brother, your sister, your husband, your wife. This is that golden opportunity. I'm getting it's through music. So you're hearing a song when this opportunity is coming through, or it's connected to music somehow. Somehow. It's connected to a memory. I also feel like it's like, I'm getting this like almost like quartz or something valuable, something heavy that you're holding on to and you're feeling its value. You have to step through a gateway here though. You have to make this real by taking a hold of the opportunity and making it happen. Pushing it forward, feeling it in your hands, weighing something out. I feel like you're not going to miss this option, or this deal, or this conversation, or this communication, or this answer. It's like an answer, like, here you go. It's like you were waiting for, I mean, look at how big it is. It's like it was right there, hanging in front of you the whole time. Like maybe you were on your phone or something. You were walking by this. You didn't even look inside those gates, you know? So pay attention to your surroundings. When you hear that, it looks like a symbol all of a sudden. So when you hear the symbols, when you hear the bells, when you hear the jingle bells, on the radio, you know, on the street, there's like weird jingle bells a lot now. Maybe listen for that. Look, go that direction. Take a chance. Have that conversation. See where it goes. Maybe that person knows somebody that can help you with something you were thinking about. Maybe you can help somebody else. You can give somebody some advice of something they were looking for directions. They were, I don't know, you know something about, I hear school or classes or something like that. Maybe a teacher, an event, a get-together, a gathering, you know, something behind the gates. Like there's a party going on over here. There's an art gallery over here. Or there's something going on at this date or whatever. You need to go, but you have to get there. I also see the sun and the moon here a little bit. So maybe day and night cycles. There's a bunny. There's a little bunny here. So once you get going with it, you better be ready. It's going to start moving. It's going to start rolling. You're going to start wanting to get your hands into this more and more. It's going to feel good. It's going to be something you want to experience. You want to do it again. You want to do it again. You want to do it again, but you have to do it once to know how to do it right, how to start right, and what you need to adjust. I feel like this is something exciting, and it's something that starts a ball rolling. You're either starting classes, you're starting a relationship, you're starting a new job. You know, this is hearing about that job and then going to the interview, stepping behind the gates, making the phone call and speaking to that person, that interview, that conversation. This is sitting down. I see like an intimate conversation, like you going somewhere intimate with someone else and talking something over, putting the details down, getting the plan into works to get something started because this plan is going to work. It is a golden opportunity. It is here for you. It's not hanging out here for, I don't feel like it's for everybody to see. I feel like it's there for you to notice, or it's there for everyone to notice, and it's something to get on board with. It's something that's, I hear eventful. So maybe there's an event or a party or a gathering or something there that you should go to. Maybe there's somebody there you should meet, somebody there that knows somebody else you should meet, an opportunity that comes through for that, an answer in a conversation, a reconnection, a chance meeting, a big opportunity, but it takes you going, saying yes, saying no, whatever this is. You know, you could have let something go in the past. You said no, or there was something that felt really heavy that you had to let go of so you could have something that felt like it was light. Because here there's no effort. It's just balanced there for you. It's ready for you. You have the right amount of strength to handle this. That's why it's coming through for you. It's an ace. It's a beginning. It's a brand new start. It's a Midas touch. It's usually financial or something in your environment. So it's a gift or an opportunity or a conversation or that idea for that side business or that hobby that really gets the ball rolling for you, that really makes something real and valuable in your world. It's like that one big thing that you need to plant in the ground and nourish and take care of. There might be a lot of details, but you have to do that one big thing first. That one big conversation, that one big connection, that one big turn in direction. If you're going this way all the time, all the way, all the time, you never turn your head to look that way, you're missing your opportunity. So you have to turn your head somewhere today. You know, maybe it's hearing the music, hearing that sign that turns your head, that gets you the conversation, that you see that thing that was right in front of you, that sign, you know, literally like a sign, like I'm still seeing classes, like classes this way, or maybe you're giving classes, or you have to put up some kind of sign to get some students, you know, or advertising or something like that. Or maybe it's advertising through music. Maybe you do jingles. Maybe that's the jingle bells that I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting jingle bells. Maybe you can write, but you don't have the patience to do something huge. Maybe all you needed is to do something small, and that's huge. That kind of gave me chills a little. So maybe you don't have to put a lot in to get a lot back. You know, it's finding something tiny that's worth something valuable, you know? Or I'm getting like a commercial, like something that you can go and maybe some of you are actors. Maybe this is that chance. This is that one thing that you do that one time that you get, you know, residual things coming back for years for some reason. Maybe it's like a seasonal thing, you know, you're doing like maybe something for the holidays, maybe something for like a birthday song, you know, like, you know, so every time there's a birthday that comes up, maybe it's something like that, but a way to do one thing that can keep coming back in value or keep recycling. I'm getting recycling. It's making me think of the retrograde a little bit. So while I go to my Angel Tarot, I want to express something I thought of right before I fell asleep yesterday. I know this is a little weird, but I was thinking of Mercury retrograde, so I guess this is coming up now. And it's like the re's, it's the retry, redo, reestablish, reaffirm, reassess, reconnect, the re's, you know, it's getting pulled back in. I feel like it's a little bit like, I don't know, I mean, this is pretty big, but like if you go to the Big Bang or the creation, you know, it's almost like God breathing. You know, the universe has an expansion and a contraction, like breathing. So I feel like a good way to describe the Mercury retrograde is like standing on the edge of the shore of the ocean. And the way that it feels, you know, you have the waves coming up towards the shore. And then if you're standing there and there's a contraction or yeah, like a pulling back in the tide, and you can feel it on your ankles. You know, you can feel how it feels like you're going backwards, but you're not moving. Sometimes a big wave can come, or a big tide can come and sweep you off your feet. Take that as you will. You know, that could just sweep you out and be something unexpected, and you're taken back into something so you can redo it, fix it, retry, get it better so you come back firm on your feet. Or, you know, it could be a big old getting swept off your feet with a big old wave of love even. You know, however that comes through. Or it could be a voluntary dive into that ocean to have that experience. And you're just going to go with that wave. Dive on in. So that's sort of how I feel the description of, I don't know, I guess the retrograde would be. It's sort of like you have to like dive back in voluntarily. Sometimes you're pulled back in. Sometimes you just sort of feel something kind of pulling against you, or a little friction, or a little backwards energy going around, or you feel like you're moving but you're not, or, you know, like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But there's usually that retreat in direction for a reason. You know, maybe a retraction for some reason. So you reassess something inside and it comes to the surface correct. Like it breathes again. So I hope that made sense. Let's get a card for Monday the 19th. You do. I'm going to finish up this video and then we'll get you a cracker. Let's get a card for Monday. And that's another ace. That's awesome. So this is a really, really, really good idea. This is a good thing to plant your energy into, and it's going to bring clarity. It's going to make you feel good. It's going to be something you want to do. You want to get up for every day. You want to put your energy into it, and you're going to smoother waters. Sometimes this is rough starts. It's handling that different pressure. It doesn't have to be bad pressure. It's just different. It's lightening the load where you need to so you can handle this. But I feel like you can handle this. You know, you're getting on this ship and you're flying free. It's like totally having something really big coming through, but sometimes you have to make it work in the beginning. It's new. You know, you don't know everything in the beginning. You don't know all the energies you're working with yet, but it's definitely on the right track here. This is a brilliant new ideas and inspiration, seeing the truth of a situation and a challenging beginning. So sometimes it's a little rough start. You know, you have a stall in the engine. You know, you have to change the gas. You had to get a little more sleep. You had to get a little more strength. You had to wait for something to happen behind the scenes before this could come through. This opportunity was ready, before it was grown, before it was ripe to be picked. And now is the time. You know, this clarity comes through. You are recognizing this opportunity and you're ready to handle whatever comes through. So don't not take that opportunity because you're fearful or because you think you can't handle it or you can't hold it all. You'll figure out what you need to let go of because this is going to feel way better in your world than whatever was weighing you down before. So whatever was heavy before is just going to go away. It's going to go away at this brand new start. This is a really nice start. Let's finish this reading with the Oracle of Visions. The Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. This is also like completely cutting out the bullshit that doesn't work for you. So you can begin it right. So you can start it right. It's reading the fine print, making plans, getting clear about everything, foreseeing everything clearly, very, very, very clearly, so you can take what you feel in your head and make it work in your surroundings. I feel like this comes with the heart because music brings you to emotions. So make sure, like music, you're balancing your right and your left hemisphere of your brain, you know, your logic and your intuition, and you're putting balance of everything in. So you're not too much focused on the physical, too much on the heart or the emotional, or too much on the mental planning and the figuring out everything. You need a balance here, but it looks like it's pretty good. Let's get one more card for Monday the 19th of December 2016. And we have 37. So there's so many different pictures in here, like photographs of time, moments in time, memories, cycles, making things work, making all these energies work together. I just see like portraits, you know, like portraits of real people that you know. Maybe seeing the real face behind something that was on the wall, seeing the real clarity in a situation, how to get it working. Look at this. Looks like a mechanism to me. You know, like you can get everything. It's right. I'm getting like right moment. Like you need this thing to last this long. I'm getting like cycles, you know, like Mercury moves fast and the bigger planets move slower. There's bigger transits. I'm getting astrology here with this. So maybe it's understanding astrology, maybe understanding personalities, understanding birth charts, understanding just personalities in your environment and how to conduct them all and make them work so everything is smooth. Everyone has that moment to shine, to put their own part in. you know, so everything works together. Everyone has their own talent, their own skill, their own energy. But I feel like you're, I don't know, like projecting something out, starting something that was maybe just on the wall. Maybe you just saw the plans before. It was just a picture. It was just an idea. And now you're ready to grab and make something happen, to be in the moment, to make it start to move, to be accessible, something like that. 37. So that's a 10. So it's an ending and a beginning. It's definitely a new beginning. So what do you need to let go of? What's heavy, or how far have you grown? What have you gained? I feel like you've gained a lot from whatever you've gone through to be where you are now. So whatever felt heavy or felt like it was a burden was actually a blessing to lift you, to bring you an experience, to bring you an understanding, to bring you like consciousness and integrity. And I'm seeing like somebody very distinguished for some reason. I'm not sure where that's coming from. Do I have the, I don't know. Let me see if I can find the booklet. There it is. All right, 37 is relationships and interaction with others. When something seems to be missing in your life, it usually turns out to be someone. Robert Brault. So maybe this brand new start is bringing you a brand new connection. I feel like it's a connection. It starts with a conversation, or it brings you a new connection after you actually begin something. But it takes starting something for that connection to come through. I just hear no man is an island. So maybe you've done something a lot on your own. It's time to, you know, let somebody else on board, connect with someone else, have some solutions come through a different way, or you're helping someone else by getting something going. Maybe this is somebody else's brand new start, and you are that connection for them to have a new start. Our life is defined by relationships, family, partners, friends, and foes. Each enters and passes through like a comet crossing through our sky. Some shine briefly, never to return again, and gradually fade from memory. Others settle and remain in our orbit. A mechanical photography device, oh, that's a device, that's cool, displays those who have placed a part in our lives, like soulmates, our soul family, our soul connections. Sometimes they're very quick, like Mercury, they bring some information quick. Sometimes they're like Venus, you know, and they have something that connects to our heart. And sometimes it's something like Saturn that kicks us on our ass and makes us get to something on time and do something the right way, you know? So each plays an important part. They're all there to help us move forward and make that connection with ourselves and others. So others settle and remain in our orbit. A mechanical device, a mechanical photography device displays those who have played a part in our lives. This intricate rotations create infinite combinations to represent the presence and partings, mimicking the steps of an imaginary cosmic dance. Some will remain as permanent participants, although their closeness will oscillate and be relative to each other. Additional frames will constantly be added, waiting to portray others who will enter our lives in the future. So people are always going to come into our, it's always a rotating door, depending on where we are. Right now, you're rotating into a door of a brand new beginning. So sometimes we fall away from old situations. If we start a new job, we're not with our old work buddies anymore. If we start a new relationship, sometimes our friends aren't in our life as much anymore if you're spending a lot of time with your honey. Or sometimes all of your friends find a honey and they get married and you don't see them anymore. You know, everything is a rotating door, and it's all a cycle throughout our life. It's always going to change. So it's allowing those changes to come and go. Sometimes people reappear in our life. You know, you never thought you'd see that person again, and in through the door they are, right behind you on the street, you know, in the supermarket. You never know who's going to come back or who's going to leave. Sometimes energies change. We grow, and others are going to grow somewhere else that's not with us. Sometimes it's with us. Sometimes people are there for the long haul, you know, or sometimes they come in for a moment and make a big difference on the rest of our life. So thank you for joining me for this reading. I hope this was helpful. I hope there were parts that resonate for you. Thank you for joining me. I love you, and I'll see you soon.